And it's a plastic chemical found everywhere in our daily lives. And now a group of Aussie scientists have linked it to the development of autism in boys. So can this world-first discovery revolutionise our understanding of the condition?
It leaches into our food, we absorb it through our skin, inhale it when we breathe. It's in plastic bottles and takeout containers, the linings of coffee cups and canned food, the shiny coatings of cash receipts. A chemical that is used to harden plastics. Around 95% of us have bisphenol A, also known as BPA, in our bodies right now.
The problem now is that it's everywhere. So even if you pass through your body in 45 minutes, you're constantly being exposed to it.
Now, in a groundbreaking study, a group of Aussie scientists have discovered a link between high levels of BPA in pregnant mums and the development of autism in boys.
It seemed to be particularly in mid-gestation rather than very early or very late in pregnancy.
Studying 1,770 pairs of mothers and children over more than a decade, the scientists found BPA can switch off an enzyme called aromatase, which is key to brain development, particularly in boys.
If the child had a genetic architecture indicating that they were vulnerable,
then those boys, when exposed to high levels of BPA in the womb, were 3.5 times more likely to have autism symptoms by the age of 2, 6 times more likely to have an autism diagnosis by age 11. And there's a potential antidote, a fatty acid that reversed the effects of BPA in lab mice.
They can actually start to socialise and they stop their obsessive grooming, and even their brain activity returns to normal.
It's always taken as part of a bigger picture. This study is one piece of a wider puzzle. Autism is quite a complex health condition.
Scientists and advocates are at pains to stress BPA does not cause autism. The condition, multifactorial.
Autism has a very strong genetic component, but for a long time we've suspected there might be environmental triggers. We're still looking at that. The jury's still out.
Our food regulator insisting the products we come into contact with day to day are safe, despite concerns from European authorities who say our daily BPA intake should be reduced.
The level of BPA the mice were exposed to was 50 micrograms per kilogram per day. Most of us are exposed to about 25 times less than that, and in a different route. So we tend to be exposed to BPA through food and drink, whereas the mice had it injected into them.
The take-home message for mums?
This is not an origin story of where autism came from. I want the message to be clear to mums. This is not another, oh, it's your fault. Keep in mind that autism's been around for a lot longer than your Coke bottle.
Yeah, that's a really good message, because the mum guilt is real, and when something happens to your kids, you think, oh, could I have done something so differently? But this is really just the start of that research, and there's a long way to go. So,
much happening.
Mums, don't feel guilty.